Jiang Yan, born in the second year of Tianqing, formerly a Well of Heaven disciple. This man acts erratically, is utterly deranged, murdered his father for a jade piece, and is guilty of unforgivable crimes. A bounty is hereby issued to all members of the martial world. Whoever captures this man shall receive a generous reward. What was laughable was that this very vendetta notice had actually been delivered to Jiang Yan himself. He appears and vanishes so swiftly that many players are left bewildered, not knowing what truly happened. Consequently, he has become one of the most enigmatic figures in this story. But after this video, he will be a mystery no longer. It all began with his biological father, Zhong Wan, an orphan taken in by the Well of Heaven sect. He was the junior brother of Wang Qing. The two held clashing views on what defined a great hero, often coming to blows to defend their ideals. While Wang Qing sought to protect the nation and its people by leading armies against the Khitan, Zhong Wan stayed behind to develop the sect. However, during a perilous campaign where Wang Qing was surrounded, Zhong Wan led Well of Heaven disciples in a desperate rescue. In the frenzy of battle, Zhong Wan took an arrow to the chest. With his dying breath, he entrusted his young son, Jiang Yan, to Wang Qing's care. Thus, the father Jiang Yan was accused of murdering for a jade piece at the start of the game was not his biological father. The main storyline doesn't explicitly explain this, but fortunately, if you return to Uncle Jiang's house, you will find several severed heads displayed at the door along with a challenge letter. With Uncle Jiang's whereabouts unknown, this is a vital clue. Disguising yourself as Uncle Jiang, you head to the meeting point at the General Shrine. Luckily, the challenger is blind and cannot realize you are an imposter. He intends to kill Jiang Yan to avenge General Wang Qing. After a brief skirmish, the blind man, he ran, senses you are likely just Jiang Yan's disciple, and stays his hand. You soon learn that he has been traveling everywhere, slaughtering anyone connected to Wang Qing's death. Knowing he will head to Harvestfall Village, you join him in a ruse to extract information from those involved. From here, you learn that Wang Qing once adopted a group of orphans, including both Jiang Yan and he ran. Wang Qing raised Jiang Yan as his own son, doting on him while teaching him martial arts. Jiang Yan proved exceptionally talented, growing into a formidable leader and a genius of the Well of Heaven sect. He fought side by side with Wang Qing against the Khitan. In 946, Du Chongwei ordered to lead an army of 200,000 on a northern expedition. He hesitated and dared not advance, thus incurring a counterattack from the Khitan army. The Khitan army then besieged Du Chongwei on the south bank of the Hutuo River. Wang Qing then proactively suggested to Du Chongwei, "I will personally lead 2,000 infantrymen as the vanguard to seize the Zhongdu Bridge and fight our way out. The Grand Marshal will then lead the various armies to follow and reinforce me. Together we will break into Hangzhou City, thus relieving the army's crisis." Du Chongwei adopted Wang Qing's suggestion and sent the left commander of the Northern Expeditionary Army to cooperate with Wang Qing in seizing Zhongdu Bridge. At the beginning of the battle, that commander suffered a defeat and was forced to retreat to the south bank of Hutuo, leaving only Wang Qing's troops on the north bank to meet the enemy. Wang Qing's troops fought extremely bravely, and with only 2,000 men, they seized the initiative at Zhongdu Bridge, even forcing back the Khitan army that defended the bridge, which was several times larger than Wang Qing's own, and seized the bridgehead. They continued to line up on the north bank to meet the enemy. However, Du Chongwei did not lead his main army to follow up, nor did he send troops to aid Wang Qing. Until Wang Qing's troops were surrounded by the Khitan army, Wang Qing repeatedly sent people to request Du Chongwei's assistance, but Du Chongwei ignored them. Later, Wang Qing was completely surrounded and killed. The rest of his troops were outnumbered and all perished. The only people who came to Wang Qing's aid were the chivalrous heroes, but even a few hundred of them could not change the fact that the main army did not come to his aid. Most of them also died on the north bank of Hutuo. The Khitans even used the corpses of Wang Qing's troops to build a mound of corpses on the north bank of the Hutuo River to demoralize the Jin army. Several attempts by some Jin soldiers to retrieve the bodies failed, and the entire army, dissatisfied with Du Chongwei's inaction, fought independently, their morale at its lowest point. This war ultimately depleted almost all of the later Jin's military and national strength, leaving the later Jin in a passive, defensive position. When Du Chongwei's northern army camp was completely surrounded by the Khitans, Du Chongwei shamelessly explained to his soldiers, "We have run out of food and have nowhere else to go but to find another way out." He then ordered his troops to surrender. This shows that Du Chongwei had already accepted the Khitans' imperial ambitions. Therefore, he surrendered. Back to the time when Wang Qing was in a moment of crisis, a mole from the Ariat pavilion within the army forged a secret order and sent a box, claiming it could turn the tide of the battle, but it actually concealed a deadly secret. As a scout, he believed the claim and delivered the box to Wang Qing as quickly as possible. However, Wang Qing, knowing the truth about the box, sent Jiang Yan, and he ran away to prevent them from interfering, choosing to sacrifice himself to protect them. When the two sensed something was wrong and hurried back, Jiang Yan arrived first, only to find Wang Qing had transformed into a dream puppet, resembling the Void King. Overwhelmed with grief, Jiang Yan had no choice but to put down the zombified Wang Qing, but he ran, arriving shortly after, mistakenly accused Jiang Yan of betrayal. Now, finally, he has learned the full truth. In a sense, he had killed Wang Qing twice. Once by delivering the fatal box, and once by indirectly forcing Jiang Yan to kill the man who was a father to him. Overwhelmed by guilt and despair, he collapsed on the spot. The dream puppet poison undoubtedly originated from the Ariat pavilion, meaning they are the ones who have been hunting Jiang Yan since the beginning. It remains a mystery exactly where Jiang Yan found you, and that jade fragment amidst such chaos. Was the jade originally yours? Or did Jiang Yan simply find you abandoned by the roadside in the rain and feel a surge of compassion? Perhaps, having been an orphan himself, and having just lost his second father, seeing a child left behind on the battlefield stirred a protective instinct within him. With the help of his friend Chen Zixi, Jiang Yan defeated the Void King, the top general serving the master of the Ariat pavilion. Though Chen Zixi was wounded and his current whereabouts are unknown, he appears to have survived. While fleeing his pursuers, Jiang Yan encountered Han Shangxun. She initially assumed Jiang Yan had been reckless with some girl and was now stuck raising a child. She was stunned to learn the baby had no blood relation to him at all. Who knew such a cold man could possess such a compassionate heart? For the sake of the child, Han helped Jiang Yan hold off their pursuers. Jiang Yan later went into hiding in the bamboo forest, changing his name to Zhong Wulang and severing ties with the major sects. During his seclusion, he and Han Shangxun raised you. He even created original martial arts styles, such as the Nameless Sword and Nameless Spear, to teach you. This is why so many people later recognize your connection to him. When you were 13, Jiang Yan received a letter asking him to rescue Qianying from the Tang of Jiangnan. As Qianying held clues regarding the dream puppet calamity, the disaster linked to the death of his foster father, Wang Qing. For a master like Jiang Yan, rescuing someone was easy, yet the mission took him 3 years to complete. He returned to Qing just before the Blissful Retreat massacre. Sensing that the jade piece would bring you harm in the journey ahead, he disguised himself as the man in black and stole it to protect you. Afterward, Jiang Yan vanished once more, leaving no trace and offering no aid when the Ariat pavilion attacked. Though he wears a cold mask, Jiang Yan is far from heartless. He simply rarely shows emotion. Ever since his foster father was framed and killed, he has sought the truth. Branded a traitor and a murderer, he has been forced to investigate from the shadows. What did Jiang Yan discover during his 3 years in Jiangnan? When he returned for the jade, did he meet with Aunt Han? What is his plan? Perhaps we will have to wait a long time for the next clue. Until we meet again, young wanderer.